6 predictions for your future if you join the free consultation today. Welcome to today's live. Hey buddy, it's Wahimi. Let me know what plans you have up for this weekend, what fun you're going to be doing to ensure that you reward yourself with good self-care. And then, what have you then got planned leading up for the following week? Like, what are you hoping to achieve and accomplish? If you're watching this live, and it's just coming up to 5:30, so comment in the comments below live. And if you're watching this in the replay, then put in #replay. If you're after success and you really want to start taking action and achieving new results, then put in the comments success. So today's live is basically going to be, I'm going to explain it to you, like, if you take up my offer of joining my free consultation today, what are the 6 predictions for you, basically in terms of your future going forward? Like what successes you're going to achieve, what are the results, and what the benefits are for you. Now, obviously for me, coaching for me, I think is like one of the most powerful tools that you can use in order to drive success. So I'm going to be going more into detail for that for you. Then at the end, I'm going to be offering you a gift. Also, just to let you know, because I'm using Restream, I can't see the Facebook comments. So I will be going into my Facebook just to see if there's any comments. And that's what I'm looking at when I look at my phone. So let's dive straight into the content. So the first thing that coaching would bring for you, my prediction would be, is for you to become an action taker. And I love this quote, that actions change things, and I truly believe that. Because when you start taking actions, you start seeing new results and you start achieving success. So taking action is like the most important step to success. Now, it doesn't matter whatever you have in mind. It's impossible to predict the outcome unless you start in the first place. So you can have ambitions to be, have your own business. But if you never take the actions to then create that business, then it's just an idea. And ideas never actually mean anything, And I love there's a photo that I've seen going around where it shows 2 statues. One is the thinker who's in the pose of thinking, and then the other one's the doer, and then you just see footsteps. Now, you don't want to be a thinker, you want to be an action taker. And that's what coaching will bring for you. You'll begin to learn new things, have the courage to experiment with new strategies, brainstorm new ideas, and innovate. And when you fail, you will learn from your mistakes. Now, that's the key thing here, because when you have that confidence to take actions, you will be willing to then, be open to new ideas, you learn new things, you'll be able to innovate because you'll learn from your mistakes and then look at how you can improve on your mistakes and do things better. And then you'll be stuck in this kind of a confidence loop, which will help you develop new skills to succeed. So this is kind of like what action will bring you. You also create new habits, which will help increase your chance of success. Because when you start taking actions, you start learning new things and you start building a new way of thinking and new behaviors. And now these behaviors will then reinforce success. So if you're taking actions to, create your business, for example, then, behaviors you might be doing is going to networking events that, help you build new relationship capital. So, the habit there, that you're gonna build is the fact that you're willing to go to networks and put yourself out there. So these are the kind of things that will help you build your success. And this is what action will bring you. You'll also begin to save time and resources by taking more calculated risks instead of overanalyzing things. So you'll not be this procrastinator who is being held up by being perfect. So, for example, you create a website, but you keep fixing your website and then saying, oh, it's going to be ready when I do this, or add this to it. And instead, because you're taking actions, you're not going to be like that. You're going to be like, okay, I've finished my website and just put it out there in the market. And then whatever feedback I get will tell me where it needs to improve, what I've done well, and how I can really meet the needs of my audience. Now that's what you'll be doing. You'll be taking more calculated risks instead of overanalyzing. And you also learn to overcome your fears and open up world opportunities. When you start taking actions and you start proving to your mind that there's nothing to fear here, because fear is just an illusion that you've created, you'll start to open up new opportunities. So if you're going to networks and events, to overcome your fear of building new connections and talking to strangers, then opportunities you can come from that is you might make friends with a business partner who then opens your world to a whole new possibility you didn't know is possible. And so that's kind of like how you've been overcoming your fears by taking actions. And also, even if you fail, you know what it takes to succeed in the future. And that's the difference between people who take action and don't take action. They know, okay, look, you've had a failure, a setback, but you'll learn from it. You'll see what it's taught you, how you can grow, and then you'll take action going forward. And that's the difference between someone who's willing to take actions and who doesn't take action. Because someone who fails when they don't take action, they'll just give up and just feel like, I'm never trying that again. Now, becoming an action taker is one of the big crucial things you'll get from the consultation. Just want to check if there are any messages. Okay, no messages. Go to the next page. Don't know what's going on there. Okay, so just an error. Let's fix this quickly, and we'll go back to the slides. Okay, current slide. Okay, just need to fix that error. Number 2 is you'll have clarity. Now, you'll be able to understand what's blocking you from having the life you want. Now, the first step for change is to have that clarity to understand, why you act the way you do, why you think the way you do, why you feel the way you do, and then what's currently stopping you from having what you want. Because there's obviously like some kind of limited belief or some kind of fear that's stopping you from experiencing the new change that you wanted. So be able to understand what your limited beliefs are and emotions running you. So behind any limited beliefs, so you have belief that you're not good enough, there's going to be emotion that's running that belief. So that could be, resentment or anger or some kind of hurt that you had from a past experience that maybe, you tried to run a business previously and that business failed. Then you got the limited belief that you're not good enough at running a business. So here you'll be able to understand, okay, what's the emotion? Work through that emotion to lower the sensations the emotion has on you, and then remove that limiting belief for something more, supportive. So it's key. What you learn here is that our beliefs and habits stem from past pains and experience and traumas. So we need to be aware of how we talk to ourselves as well. As in, if we talk, think, and feel negative, then only negative will come our way. So like attracts like. So if you are negative, you're only going to attract other negative things coming your way. So you'll just be stuck in this kind of negative loop cycle. Now, if you're positive, then more positive things are going to come your way, opportunities, and you'll be surrounded by this positive bubble that makes you feel good. So here's an example I'll give you. So your emotions trigger your beliefs, and then they trigger your habits. So for example, if you're angry, the belief you might have is I'm not enough, and then the habit will be you won't take any action. So let's say you failed previously. It could be you failed previously in asking someone out at a bar, and then you felt, I'm not good enough, or no one likes me. Then your habit next time would be, I'm never going to ask out anyone else ever again. And you're doing that to protect yourself from rejection, from failing, having mistakes. Now, you're going to have the awareness of that to know that that's the pattern that's happening, and then have the courage to then take steps to change those patterns, so you're not stuck in that negative cycle. So you'll start to build a clear and positive mind. So having this awareness, you'll be able to address the feelings of anger and remove the sensation of that. You'll then be able to replace that negative belief with something more positive that's supporting, and then reinforce that new positive belief with an action that will reinforce it deep in your subconscious mind. So then that will then allow you to have a more clear and positive mind. So you also move towards a growth mindset with a new way of thinking and habits. Now, the key thing here we want is to have a growth mindset, because when you have a growth mindset, you're going to be thinking positively, you're going to be taking actions, and you're going to have clarity. And you're going to move away from this negative mindset where you lack clarity, you're negative, and you're full of all these negative emotions. The third thing is you'll build accountability structures. And I love this picture here because almost nothing is worth accomplishing that can be done alone. And I think this is key because we need those supportive networks around us in order to achieve success. And we're always going to have those because as much as you want to be the Lone Ranger and do it on your own, you're going to need help along the way. Whether it's from a team or whether it's from a coach, whatever it is, to allow you to go to that next level. You're not going to do it just on your own. So here you'll learn how to build accountability structures that support your success. So this could be understanding, joining like a business network to help you, in terms of growing your business and learning new things. So you also understand the power of coaching, and how coaching will take you to the next level, how you can leverage from your coach's mistakes, successes, how your coach will challenge your mindset, how your coach will, push you to stay motivated and go to the next level. So this is a key thing you'll learn here. You'll also have the awareness of the importance of raising the standard of your inner circle. Now, there's a saying that, you become a product of your 5 closest friends. So if your 5 closest friends are negative and they show no ambition, that, they're always holding you back, talking you out of things, they're always demotivating you, then your brain will be incentivized to become like that inner circle. So you'll then start becoming negative, have no ambition, and not take action. Now, if you have a high standard of inner circle where you're surrounded by successful people, then your brain will be incentivized again for you to then act like them. So you'll start thinking more positively, feel more positive, and have high successes. So, you'll understand the importance of raising that inner circle. So whether that's cutting those friends out or limiting the time around them who are negative, you'll understand how to do that. You also develop a deep understanding that you're solely responsible for your results that you produce. Now, it's easy for us when we make mistakes or when things don't go our way to blame everyone else around us. Now here, the key thing for you is if you want change, you have to take full responsibility in terms of you taking responsibility for your results. Understanding that the only person that's responsible for the results you're producing is yourself. And when you can do that, you'll start to take ownership of your own life and then start to take control. And that's the key thing you'll understand here. And you also learn how to build value-based rules that build integrity and hold you accountable for your own success. Now, these are going to be principles that you're going to live by. These could be principles such as, you always finish what you started, you'll never quit on yourself, you'll always take action, you'll always, you'll always make sure you turn up on time, you'll never leave the team behind. And these are all rules that you build for yourself that will hold you not only accountable for your own success, but they'll build your integrity. So you also learn to surround yourself with the right people that motivate you to success. So going back to raising your inner standard, or your inner circle, this is where you'll learn to seek out the positive people, the successful people. Whether it's joining a business network or whether it's joining a millionaires club, or, whatever it is that you need to do to find people that are successful, they're going to inspire you and motivate you. So that's what kind of in terms of the accountability structures you'll learn to build. You also develop a strategic mind. And this is crucial if you want to be successful in business. So you need to be able to make fast decisions, and you do that by developing a fast mind. Now, you'll do that by reading books, listening to podcasts, ensuring the voices that you hear around you of people who are successful, so you're getting the right information, challenging your way of thinking, planning. All these things will help you make fast decisions and have a more strategic mind. So you also learn to ask yourself the right questions when faced with a challenge. So the next time you're faced with a challenge, you'll be able to say, look, what do I need to do to overcome this challenge? What can I learn from this challenge? And these questions will open your mind to new ways of thinking and also develop new neurons in your brain. So you also plan your way to success with clear mapping goals and chunking down. So instead of when you have an objective, just seeing that this objective has face value, instead you'll break that objective down into smaller pieces so it's less overwhelming and it's more manageable for you to achieve. So you have milestones and then you can rue your progress in terms of how you are to reaching your overall big target. And you also have goal mapping. So you'll set out your goals 12 months, 9 months, 6 months, and 3 months. So your 12 months is your end goal, and you have those intervals to then know, are you progressing along to your 12 month? with objectives you have to complete during those periods or those intervals. So that strategic way will actually allow you to plan for success. So you'll learn always to take action, because if you want to be successful, you always have to be taking regular actions. You have to be pushing yourself and pushing your comfort zones, because if you're not, and you're just staying in your comfort zone, you're never going to make mistakes, you're never going to take risks, and you're never going to achieve anything. So you always need to be taking one big action every day. And with your decision making, you'll learn, there's a small decision, you'll do it in 5 seconds. So if it's like asking your boss for promotion, if you don't ask your boss within the 5-second countdown, you're not going to do it. So you'll be able to train yourself to make small decisions quicker. Or with big decisions, you'll be able to think more strategically. So you'll be able to sit down and say, okay, what's the best case scenario here? What's the worst case? And what's the most likely case scenario? And so by analyzing that way and looking at all the risks and all the benefits, you'll actually be able to make better decisions and eliminate negative decision making. So become a better listener, and you would jump to conclusions. Now, obviously, a key thing in business or in life is be able to listen and take on board what people are saying, rather than just jump to conclusions. So you understand the full facts, so you'll be able to make the best decision possible. So becoming a better listener will allow you to not only have empathy and understanding with your audience, but also allow you to make better decision making. So you'll be able to plan, calculate, and be able to calculate risks. So you won't just take mindless decisions. You'll take risks that make sense, and be able to also learn through mistakes and failures instead of fearing them. Now, any successful person is always willing to make mistakes and understanding that failure is all part of the journey, because when you make mistakes, it allows you to learn, develop, and grow. Now, if you're fearing making mistakes and failure, and you're staying in your comfort zone, then you're never going to actually grow yourself, and you're never actually going to develop yourself, and you're never actually going to see different results coming your way. So this is the key thing in you being able to learn from mistakes and your failures, and seeing that as your friend rather than the enemy. I just want to see again if there's any messages. Okay, any messages. Current slide. Number 5 is you'll have increased self-esteem. So I like this quote as well here. It talks about, stop comparing yourself to others. You are full of greatness and very unique. Let's remind you of that. Now that's key here, because we constantly spend a lot of our lives comparing ourselves to other people and worrying about things we can't control, rather than just worrying about what's our own life, our own results, and then also acknowledging how we are all unique and we are special in the same way. We all have lots of experiences, skills, and abilities, and it's about acknowledging those in ourselves. So here you're changing new supportive beliefs, and you're changing new supportive beliefs and habits. So here, instead of having negative beliefs, you'll create new beliefs and new habits that will allow you to take action, feel good about yourself, and achieve results. You have increased awareness of your thoughts, so you can limit negative thinking and turn it into positive thinking. So you'll be able to have that awareness to know, when you made a mistake, or when you're thinking negatively, to then catch yourself thinking negatively, understand that's not the truth, and turn it into something positive. So that gives you a more positive way of thinking. Again, before you learn through mistakes and failures and see them as your friend, you become free from past traumas, pains, and experiences, and be better equipped to manage your emotions. So you'll learn tools such as stress management strategies, or how to manage your anger, all these kind of things that will help you to develop your emotions more, so that when you do experience something that triggers up your past trauma or pain, you're able to deal with your emotions and then still take action. You have mindset mastery, so you'll learn how to master your mind, and through strategies such as reading books, taking action, positive thinking, affirmations, all these kind of things. You'll learn how to then have that mindset mastery and then create a growth mindset. And you also have increased confidence to take regular, huge actions. Now, again, this is key, because the more you take actions, the more confidence you rises, and the more you learn new things about yourself. So you can develop yourself and then keep optimizing yourself. So, this is going to be huge in terms of increasing your overall self-esteem. And also, there's a link, as well as I said in other videos, between your income and your self-esteem. So people who have high salaries have high self-esteem. People who have low salaries have low self-esteem. Now here you're going to learn by increasing your confidence will also increase the amount of money you're earning. Number 6, you have a better relationship with money. Now a lot of us, the reason why we don't have lots of money is because our relationship and act towards money is negative. We have all these negative beliefs, such as, you might think money is evil, or rich people are evil, or money makes you greedy, and all these things block the transfer of money towards you. So here you'll learn to have an improved attitude towards money. So you'll start to see money as good. You'll start to love money, and then because of that change in attitude, the flow of money will flow more easy to you. So you also understand how your attitude towards money is also creating your financial reality. So to have that awareness and if I'm saying money is evil, my attitude is blocking money coming towards me. So to change that to say actually money is good, or money is important to me and I love money, that gives you a more better attitude and then creates a flow of money to you. So you also learn how to clear limited beliefs around money that are holding you back. You create new supportive attitudes and beliefs around money that will allow the flow of money to come more natural to you and more open. And you also understand your money personality type, which is crucial because there are about 4 personality types that we all have. There's the hoarders, spenders, money monk, and avoiders. Now, each one of us fall into one of those 4 categories, and those 4 categories have bad habits that are associated with them. So, for example, if you're a spender, you always spend your money and you have big credit card debts, and you're always flashy, wanting to have the latest thing. So if you're a spender, you'll learn how to overcome those bad habits and create new supporting habits that manage your personality type. So, it's our personality type as well that could be affecting the amount of money we're seeing and our relationship to money. And a lot of times, this money type is subconscious, so you're not even aware that you have it. And you'll also be aware of where that money type personality came from. So you'll build better financial system in place towards your financial freedom. So you'll learn how to, use your money in a more strategic way. You'll learn how to save more, how to invest your money, and how to make your money work for you. And you understand the importance of paying yourself first, then invest and pay your bills third. So the normal method for a lot of people is they pay their bill first, they pay their leisure, they might invest, and they pay themselves last. And the problem with that, by the time you pay yourself last, there is no money left for you. So there's no money for in terms of like your own education or in growing your business, or it's all gone. So what you want to do is actually flip the model and actually learn to pay yourself first, then invest your money, and then pay your bills third. So by doing that, you're allocating a percentage of your monthly wage into different accounts to then have enough money to pay for yourself first in terms of your own education, having money to pay to invest in your future, and having money to pay for your bills. So each part function has an allocation of money, so nothing gets left untouched. And you also be able to base your decisions on the numbers, which will lead you to success. Now, instead of basing it on your gut, you'll be able to base the numbers. So actually look at, have an understanding of the numbers. So how much money is in your business, how much profit, what debt, what's your turnover, all these kind of things you'll have a better understanding. Then you'll also be able to look at things in a more strategic way based on numbers. So to say, let's say you're running a business and you've got a client, a customer, so you've got an employee that's underperforming. You can look at it and say, is it more, do the numbers say, is it more, the numbers tell me it's better to spend money invested in this employee to help them reach the standard required, or is it more beneficial for me to get rid of them? And you'll be able to tell by the numbers because, you'll see how much it's costing you to keep them on and how much it's going to cost you to train them. And if it's better just to get rid of them and hire someone who can do the job. So being able to base your decisions on numbers will actually improve your decision making and lead you down the road to success more. So my gift to you. So as I said before, I want to offer you a gift. Now, if you stay to the end, this is really going to be beneficial for you, and you show that you're an A player by being here with me to the end. So my free consultation is my gift to you. Now, it's normally worth £300, but you're going to get this expertise coaching session for free. So in this session, you'll gain a deep clarity of what's blocking you and what to do next. Now that's really key because you're going to be unaware of a lot of the things that are blocking you because they're deep in your subconscious mind. And the consultation will allow you to open up that part of your brain where these blockages are hidden from you, and so you can then have clarity to then start working on them and then know what to do next. So you remove or overcome beliefs and patterns that have held you back for years. Now this is key because for a lot of us, we have patterns that we developed as a child that are still holding us back in our adult years. So you'll learn how to overcome those and remove them. And you also discover a totally new way of seeing the world that can profoundly change your life. So, for example, I would challenge you, your way of thinking. I'll challenge you in terms of making you step to the comfort zone. And I'll challenge you in terms of sticking to your word and finish what you started and staying on track with your success. And I'll also challenge you in the ways of ensuring that, you are, changing your lifestyle in terms of your habits, your belief, your attitudes, and your behaviors. So all these things will, cause you to see the world in a whole new way and open yourself up to new opportunities, which will, gradually improve your success. So you also have a fast track to path of success because I've been there, done that. I know what it's like. I've experienced the lack of self-belief, the lack of income. I've experienced the lack of action because I'm procrastinating. I've experienced the feeling of being bullied. I was bullied at school. I've experienced being self-conscious about my body image. I've had all those. I've been there, done that. So I've had all of that, and yet at the same time, I managed to work through all those things. Skyrocket my confidence, skyrocket my income, create a successful business, and then be able to sit here today and show you that that there is a pathway to success. So instead of you doing it on your own and trying to do this for 10, 20 years, you'll get a fast track to success because you can leverage from my mistakes and my successes to then do it in 2 to 3 years. Depending on your action and how much committed you are to in terms to achieving new results. And you also have that thing where I'll keep you motivated during different times. So it's very easy for a lot of people right now, for example, during the lockdown of coronavirus, where there's loads of people who've just given up and they're lacking motivation. They're sitting down watching MTV or watching Netflix and they're achieving nothing. Well, for me, I would keep you motivated. I'll make sure that, you're reading books, you're focusing on growing yourself, you're focusing on whatever desire is, whether it's running a business, whatever it is you've desired you set for yourself. I'll keep you on track with those, with your goals and making sure that you're managing your mindset, and staying positive. So that's what a coach will bring you. It'll give you that extra accountability structure, and you'll have someone as well where you can call up or text and, and bounce ideas or share any issues that are coming up for you. Now, rather than internalizing your emotions, which will then block you and then potentially lead you to things like increased stress levels or open illnesses or affect your results. So you have that support network, which is crucial. You'll also be able to plan your goals in a more strategic fashion, and you have that regular accountability. So there is no dream that's too big for you. So because of that, you'll be able to dream big and actually, plan your way to success. Think more strategically and take calculated risks and ensure that, in that way you actually hit your targets. So you'll implement positive changes and you'll break procrastination. So because, I will completely help you change your habits and your way of thinking, because that new mindset and that new way of thinking, when procrastination comes, you'll have the tools to overcome procrastination so that it doesn't set you back. So when you're sat with the option of sitting there watching Netflix or actually focusing on your business or reading a book or reading something that's actually going to help you grow, you'll have the tools to manage your voices, that negativity that says to you, oh, do this, that's not serving you. You'll be able to then say, actually, no, I'm actually going to read a book. I'm actually going to do something that's more positive that's going to help me. So you also discover what's going on for you, and driving your behavior unconsciously with psychodynamic testing. So we'll do psychodynamic testing And this will allow you to understand, who you are, why you act in a certain way, why you're thinking in a certain way, and why you behave in a certain way. This is crucial in order for you to really have an understanding of your mindset, and making the changes to change your mindset, change your behaviors and your emotions to then move forward from your past. And you also have a tailored program and approach to you and your goals with 24/7 support and action plans to move you forward. Now, this is crucial as well, because any program is going to be tailored around you to ensure that we are helping you to reach your goals. And you have that 24/7 support through text, phone calls, and email to ensure that whenever you are stuck, you have someone to bounce your ideas with. Whenever you're feeling demotivated, you have someone that you can talk through the motivation and help pick you back up. Or whenever you want to celebrate success, you have someone that will support that, celebrate that success with you, so that keep pushing you forward. And you have those clear action plans, so that you have a concrete plan that you're working towards. So with that, you'll stay on the path of success, and all those negative habits that you've had before are unlikely to come back, because we've got strategies in place that are keeping you on the path of success. So just want to see if there are any questions. Okay, no questions. So that's basically the end of the slide. So if you've really enjoyed tonight's content and found this really useful and lots of value, then put in the comments below top stuff. If you stay to the end and you're an A player, then put in the comments that you're an A player. Remember, we all want to be A players, because A players, finish what they started. So they're watching the live, they stay to the end. A players will straight away go and implement and take actions and start achieving results. And that's how we all want to be an A player. I also want you to tell me one thing that you've learned from tonight's live that you can straight away implement and take action going forward. Because in implementation, we will start to see your growth. And if you want to copy the slides, I will put a link below for a copy of the slides. And to get your free consultation, all you got to do is go to my website, www.mohammedgatonga.com, and fill in the consultation form, and then you'll start taking the necessary steps in order to change your life, take control of your life, and start seeing positive results. Because remember, it's the action where you start to see the changes and you start to see the growth. So, go away, book that consultation now, and let's start helping you to create a new you for you. Otherwise, tell your friends and family, because I'm also going to have a live tomorrow around the same time at 6 o'clock. So share it with them, because the more you share this, and the videos I'm sharing with other people, you not only do you help yourself because you reinforce it, you also fill up your karma quota because you're doing a good deed, and you're also making a massive difference to your friends, families, and colleagues, because you're adding useful value to their life so that they can also grow. So share with people around you. Otherwise, thanks to everybody for being on tonight's live. Stay safe, stay positive, take action. Otherwise, take care, and I'll see you guys all soon.